This video is brought to you by Smart DNS Proxy, link in the description.
G'day, welcome back. I'd especially like to welcome my new subscribers and I hope you enjoy the content on my channel. If you missed my last video, the new heavy duty fly cutter that I made out of a heap of scrap, link up there now, go and watch that first. Then come back and watch this one. Alrighty, so we're stuck in tool mode as I suggested in the last video. So let's head over to the bench and have a look at what I'm going to do this week. Over there. Alrighty, so every time I've pulled this little slitting saw of mine out to do something in recent times, I've gone, God, I wish I had a bigger one. I really need a bigger one. Well, finally lashed out and bought one. That bloody time really. But it's not going to fit that one. So I think that one's only got a 16mm centre and this has got a 20mm centre. So I need to make a new arbor for it. Now I want to try and keep it low profile like that if I can, maybe even a lower profile than that, because it helps when I'm trying to get in over the top of the chuck, or the vise. And I think I'll make it out of a piece of this stuff that I picked up from the scrappies the last time I was out there. So I'll get in and I'll machine that up. This hopefully won't be a long-winded 30-minute episode like the last one, so I'll get stuck in and do that. Alrighty, so I cut a piece off that bar to give me maybe 2 usable pieces. It's put more than twice as long as it needs to be. I've spent a bit of time facing that off because it's sticking out such a long way. I didn't want to burden you with that. So now we'll drill it, get a centre in there and do something about machine this down. Clean it up. It's a pretty lumpy bit of material, this. I think it's a bit of like a really huge rebar. It was cropped on the end, so that's why it was so lumpy. It took so much cleaning up. $27.99, that'll do. Let's close them up. Alright, it's shopping day today, so I've got to take She Must Be of Age shopping, but before I do that, I just want to turn this round so I can put it back in there later and line it back up with the bump tool. Oh shit, still got a flat on it. Alright, that's clean all the way around now. So I'll take She Must Be of Age shopping. When I come back, I'll turn down the first 45mm of this to 20mm. Alrighty, so that's that drama taken care of for another week. Truly hate going shopping with her, or taking her shopping. I have been asked before, why do I take her shopping? Well, it's because she doesn't drive, she only rides a bike. But she's what I call a shotgun shopper, and she just runs all over the place. It's just bloody hopeless. Instead of just working her way methodically through the aisles, just all over the place, like that bloody headless chicken. Anyway, let's do this. Here's a fancy bit of machining for you. I just reduced, that was 0.2 bigger than that. They're now about 100th difference. .02 there. .04 there. .05 there. So we might be able to dress that out, I think. All I did was, as I backed up, I just slowly but surely backed it out at .01 as I kept moving up there, kept moving it at .01. By the time we got to about the middle, I was .05 and just all out. Works for me. A glorious looking finish on there, isn't it? Yeah, can live with what that is. Alrighty, so that's friggin' red hot, so I'm going to let it cool down and then I'll come back and get it out of there, take it over the saw and cut it off. Alrighty, thought I might fit up the collet chuck. I don't use it as often as I probably should. Anyway, I'll fit it up and run with that. Just while I'm doing this, got something I was having lunch before and I was just sort of perusing the internet, and you see whole families on motorbikes here. Normally it's no more than 3 or 4. Occasionally you'll see something worse, and check out this photo I'm going to put on the screen here now. It's a whole family of 7 on a motorbike, husband, wife and 5 kids. Unbelievable, hey? They just, no helmets, no nothing. They've just increased all the fines here for not wearing a helmet to 1,000 baht, and if you don't, if you tell your passengers not wearing a helmet, the fine doubles to 2,000 baht, which is about 100 Australian dollars, and it's not an inconsequential amount for a tyre, I've got to tell you, that sort of money. The average daily wage for a Thai here is 300 baht a day. It's not very much money at all. It's about, what's that? About $15 Australian a day. I don't know how they can afford all the new cars they drive and the new TVs and all the other shit that they have. I look at the ones running around Mercedes Benzes and things and think, oh, you're a drug dealer. How the hell are you affording that? But there's a definite divide between the rich and the not so well off here. You were wondering before how close I got when I dressed up that shaft. Let's put a mic on it and have a look. Up this end here. You can read that or not. That's 4/100ths over 20 mil. That's about 3.5, and that is 4. So not bad at all. Certainly fits in that collet well. A while back I machined up this handle so I can drill 3 holes in it so I can hang on to the bloody thing while I tighten it up or do it, thread something or whatever in it. Alright, what's it look like? It looks like it's jumping around a bit to me. That's why I don't use this much. First time I've gotten to use this. Shit, that's jump balls, that's freaking hell, that's a lot. .15, that's an awful lot. That's shocking. Alright, I've got 2 20mm collets, I'll try the other one. Leave it up there where you can see the dial. Well, that's better than the other one. That's a lot better than the other one. So, dodgy collet. Alright, that's only about 100th, that'll do me. I'm going to move this camera because it's kind of in my way. Alright, face this off. Alrighty, so zero that. So we're going to go down to 22mm. Just bang on 22. And this is 28 for all intents and purposes. So that's 6mm. I'm going to go in, it's 1.2mm thick, this blade. All there. 1.2. So I'll machine in about, I think maybe 1.5, 1.6. Two mil. .3331. I'll creep up on it and overshoot it. It's 0.07 to come off there. This is not much. Righto, with a bloody finger up a bum. Maybe another little bit more. Alrighty, we'll drill and tap an 8mm thread in here. Bit huge and another new one I bought. This one was on special a couple of days after the other one was, so I bought this one. Righty, so that bit's finished. Now you watch me fit that chuck up, but only you need to watch me take it off again, because I certainly can't get that back into there. So I'll have to get the 3 jaw back on there. I machined up the cap because that part's finished. At this point in the video, I'd like to thank my patrons. This continued support is greatly appreciated. If you'd like to become a patron, there's a link down in the description. You can sign up there and drop me a couple of dollars every month. If you don't want to be a regular contributor, there's always buy me a coffee. Now, let's get back to the build. Alrighty, so while you went looking, I've machined this back here just a little bit more, faced it off after truing it all up. I'm in a little bit of two minds about how to go about this, because I'm only going to end up with something like that thick. It's about 4 or 5 mil thick, something like that. Because I want to put a countersunk cap head in the face so nothing sticks out. And I'm debating on whether I should put the countersink in this side, part it off, and then try and get in there with the little carbide boring bar and machine out the bit I need to fit over here, or do that now, do that boring part now, try and line it up in the chuck later, and just put the countersunk in it. That might be the easier part, I think. Not 100% certain. But anyway, but I think I'll go with get the boring bar in there first. Go down that path. Zero out the Z. Gotcha. Alrighty, so I'll give this little chamfer here. Alright, I'll turn the camera off for a minute. I'm going to get out my heavy duty parting tool, which I don't use very often. Fit it up and we'll try and part this off in here. Alrighty, now because it's a fair way out from the chuck, I've got the tailstock in there to try and help us. Ah, she blows. This poor little machine really does struggle parting things off, but that's a reasonable result for me. Alright, so I'm going to let that cool down so I can actually touch the bloody thing. Get all this off here and try and get that set up in there with some things, memory blanks. Alright, so back shortly. Alrighty, so I've got that set up against a couple of parallels, i.e. fins. Get them out of there now. I'll just give this a light face off and then put the chamfer in there for the countersink. Oh shit, it's hot. Who'd have funked it? Just a little bit more on it. Alrighty, so there's just one thing left to do, but I need to bolt it up to the arbor to do that. I want to chamfer this edge down so it's quite beveled off. But alright, I'll get that out of there. I don't know if I bore you. This gets just over 20 minutes again. God. Anyway. Doesn't look too bad in there. Let's take it over the mill and see what it looks like over there. If you've been enjoying watching me make this, how about doing me a favour and giving it a great big thumbs up and smash that like button, because you know it kind of helps me out. Well, just before I turn that on to show you, I suspect the problem with this other collet is that I used it, I think the other day when I Loctited the fly cutter. It was actually glued onto the top of the collet when it was dry, and I had to break it off it. So there may be a little bit of Loctite in there somewhere. Also, here's that bit of plate that I fly cut with the new fly cutter and sprayed some of that CRC on it. That's a week or so later. It's no signs of rust on it yet. And I didn't wipe it off, I just sprayed it and let it sit on it. So anyway, let's turn this on and have a look. What's it look like? Well, not bad. Not bad at all. It's got very little wobble in it. Even diameter wise, it's not going like that. So that looks pretty damn good. Well, I don't want to waste it. They only have limited life, and I don't want to waste it trying to cut something with it. I think we've all seen slitting saws cut things before. I hope you enjoyed watching me make that, and maybe you might have got something from it, maybe not. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week. I've got something in mind that's, once again, a little bit left field, and again, still on the tools path, because I've got not much else in mind. Thanks again, and I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.